After purging 60 plus games from my game collection and also finishing some games from my backlog, I decided it was time to buy some new games. By new, I don't mean newly released games, just games that I didn't have before and that I always wanted to play. And I did go a little overboard, as you can see, because if you're not new to this channel, then you know that I usually don't buy many games. I try to keep a curated collection. So that means that very often many months go by where I don't buy any games. So I didn't buy all of these games like all at the same time. These are all my recent PS4 and PS5 pickups going from March or April, I can't remember exactly, to July 2026. Because some of these games I just bought, and yes, I still have a big backlog, but as I said before, I also purged a lot of games from my game collection, and some of those were in my backlog. So honestly, it does feel pretty balanced. Yeah, not me trying to justifying my purchases. I guess we all cave in sometimes, okay? But I did have good reason to cave in, as you'll see pretty soon. So yeah, it's 7 games. I'm trying to keep them a mystery, but I don't even know like what picture I'm gonna put in the thumbnail. Maybe I'm gonna show one of these games or all of them, I have no idea. So this might be a little awkward right now, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go in chronological order in which I bought them, and the first one is Hollow Knight, which is ironic because I actually didn't buy this game. My girlfriend bought this game, and honestly I had no intention in playing Hollow Knight, but then me and my girlfriend watched Laura's Cloud Save live streams on this game, and initially I didn't think I would play a game like this because it looked pretty hard, and I'm not really into Souls-like games, and I had never played a Metroidvania game before, but it also looked so cute. Look at that little knight. And yeah, we watched Laura's live streams on this game. She eventually stopped playing it, and ironically that's exactly when my girlfriend bought the game. So yeah, I watched my girlfriend play it with no real intention in playing it myself. But what's funny is that she's a very casual gamer, like she doesn't play games very often at all, so she was struggling playing this game. And that's when I chimed in. I tried beating the bosses for her. She was only able to beat the foes and the normal enemies, and as I started beating all those bosses, I honestly found it pretty addictive. And that's when I decided that I wanted to play this game myself. So I started my own playthrough, and I think that I'm almost halfway through it. I'm not sure, to be honest, and I was loving it, but then I took a break and I haven't played it in like 2 months. But yeah, it's a really good game, and my girlfriend got it for the PS4 because she plays on my PS4, which is back there, so she could play this game while I was doing other things on my monitor behind me. And the physical version also includes a manual and also a map, which looks like a letter. It's very cool, and if you open it, there's the map of the whole game. But yeah, it's a really cool game, but I feel like it will take me a while to finish because I need to take a lot of breaks from hard games like this one. I did find it pretty tiring because it took a lot of energy and focus to beat the bosses, and you also have to remember every move they make, all their attacks, to be able to beat them. But yeah, I'll keep playing it for sure. By the way, my girlfriend got this in either March or April, I can't remember, and I cannot check because I don't have the order receipt, because she has it on her, I think it was on her Vinted account. She got it secondhand, and it's basically perfect. Then in April I got GTA 5 on PS5. I had this game on PS4 already, but I decided to sell that and get the PS5 version because it's the only way you can play this game at 60 FPS, on consoles at least. But yeah, I found this for like 14 bucks, and I sold my GTA 5 copy for 5 or 6 bucks, so this was actually very cheap. And one thing I decided to keep from the PS4 physical version is the map, because the PS5 version didn't have a map. It didn't have a manual, it didn't have a map, just the usual stuff they do. They basically just give you the disc, if you're lucky at this point. So yeah, I decided to keep the map. I didn't keep the manual, because if you sell a game without a manual, it loses a lot of value. Sometimes like $2 or $3, and other times it's even more than that. So I only kept the map. Also because there was like the PS4 controller layout on the manual, so it didn't make too much sense for me to keep that one. But yeah, it's GTA 5, the game that literally got 3 different releases on 3 different consoles, and I've had it for all of them. Which is kind of embarrassing, but I did sell the older versions, so as I said before, it's like, you know, balance. Fun fact, GTA 5 was actually one of the last games I ever pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it on PS3 back when it came out in 2013, and then after that I think I only pre-ordered Fallout 4 on PS4, and that was it. I never really pre-ordered any games after GTA 5 and Fallout 4, and now we're getting into my most recent pickups. I didn't buy anything in May or June, but I did buy quite a few games in July. The first one I got is Persona 5. I got this for $20 brand new, and I just couldn't resist it because I watched so many videos on Persona 5 literally changing people's lives, and I also watched some gameplays of it, and it looks really cool and something that I might enjoy. So I'm just very curious about this game. It is very beloved and it looks like it's for good reason. I can't really say much else about it because, as I said, I haven't played it yet, but I think I'm gonna play it after I finish a good chunk of games in my backlog, because I know that this is a very long game. It's like 100+ hours long, so I wanna take my time with it, and I'm gonna need to play a few other games first. Then the second game I got in July was this one, Lost Records Bloom and Rage. I was playing it just last night, and I am enjoying it a lot so far. I don't think it's better than Life is Strange, to be honest, because I gotta tell you, I'm a huge Life is Strange fan. And with Life is Strange, I mean literally the first entry of the Life is Strange series. Life is Strange 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. I love it so much. I was obsessed with it in 2015, 2016, and I have such beautiful memories with that game. It has one of the best soundtracks of all time, and it still genuinely makes me emotional to think about it, because it's one of those games that really brings me back. I also played Life is Strange 2 and Before the Storm, but Life is Strange 1 just remains my favorite. And I have heard that the newer Life is Strange games are not as good as the older ones, which were made by Don Nod, which are the same developers of this game. So yeah, you can definitely see that. And one thing that these developers can do so well is choose the right soundtracks and create the perfect atmosphere. This game also has a beautiful soundtrack and a beautiful atmosphere. So yeah, I don't know if I'm halfway through it, to be honest. I am taking my sweet time to explore everything and try to talk to all the characters as much as possible. Because I mean, in these games, choice-based games, all you have to do is literally just explore and talk to the characters. So if you rush through that, then it doesn't really make much sense. And I love choice-based games. Games like the Life is Strange series, the Quantic Dream games, the Telltale games. I love all of them. And yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot so far. And this is also the type of game that I would love to play on stream. Even if I have already played it before, it would be tons of fun to play it with other people in the chat and maybe let the people decide, make some decisions in the game. That would be tons of fun, actually. Now, my third and fourth purchase of July is something really cool. I think this is my favorite purchase of this year, and it's the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth Twin Pack Physical Edition. As you can see, it's quite a long title. I did take the plastic sealing off from the cardboard sleeve thing, but inside, as you can see, there's the 2 Final Fantasy VII games, and I haven't taken the plastic sealing off of these two yet. And normally I wouldn't get like a new game with its sequel, if we can call this a sequel, together, because I normally would just get the first entry, see if I enjoy it, and then get the second one. But as you just saw, this is a twin pack, so I got both games for, I think it was 42 euros, which is an amazing price because it means that I got each game for 20 euros, 21 euros basically. And I really think that was worth it, because I haven't played these games yet, but I've heard amazing things about them, because from everything I've heard, it looks like these two games are beautiful, and if I enjoy them as much as I think I will, eventually I think I will get the original Final Fantasy VII on PS1 and play the OG too. But since I don't play many JRPGs, I wanted to start with the remakes and kinda get used to all the JRPGs mechanics first before diving into the older Final Fantasy games. But yeah, I'm very excited to play these. I could have definitely waited a little bit more to get them, because I'm not gonna get into them like right away. As I said, I have a big backlog. I have a lot of games that I want to play, I want to get into. But the thing is that I don't think I would have been able to get them for 42 bucks if I had waited, because as you can see, they're brand new. We're not talking about second-hand games here. It was just, you know, one of those occasions that you cannot miss, and I'm very, very excited to play them. I think that after finishing Lost Records, I'm also, by the way, I'm also playing again, replaying Homefront on the PS3, because as I mentioned in one of my videos, I don't even remember which one anymore, I think it was the purging video, I wanted to actually replay Homefront 1 on the PS3 to decide whether or not to keep it. So I'm currently replaying it, I'm halfway through it, and I don't think that I will keep it. I wanted to kinda just replay it one last time and then sell it. I still have a bunch of games that I haven't sold yet. I have sold quite a few though. So some of these games I bought with the money that I got from some games that I sold from the sell pile, the purged pile. But yeah, as I said, I'm playing through Homefront 1, then I will sell it because I don't think that I will replay the campaign again, and the multiplayer is gone. And I'm also playing Lost Records, as I said, and technically I'm also still playing Hollow Knight, but as I said, I need a break from that game. I think it's gonna take me a while to finish it, but after finishing Lost Records and Homefront, I think I'm gonna play Resident Evil 4 Remake and a few other like short games, because if you only play very long games, you get burnt out very easily. So yeah, I'm probably gonna play Resident Evil 4 Remake, a few other shorter games, and then I think I'm gonna play this one. This will be like one of the first very long games that I will start, because I think this is pretty long. I can't remember. I think it's shorter than Persona 5, but it's still pretty long. So yeah, these are like my plans for the next few months. And then I think I might also play a few games live, but the only reason I haven't started live streaming yet is because it's still super hot here in Italy. But at least I know that a video will take me like half an hour, 40 minutes, but with a live stream doing that for hours, I think you would see me like drenched at a certain point. So yeah, sorry for getting a little bit like off topic, sidetracked. Then I have the last game I got in July, which is a collection of all the 4 Telltale The Walking Dead games. And the reason why I got this one wasn't because I haven't played the Telltale The Walking Dead games yet. I actually played all of them, but if you know Telltale, you know that the physical versions of their games are very often just season pass discs, and what that means is that they only include the first episode on the disc, and then you have to download the rest from the PlayStation Store, and the game, the disc, actually functions as a season pass, as a license that lets you download episode 2, 3, 4 and 5. So what it means is that once the servers will be offline eventually, you won't be able to play any episodes other than the first one. So just recently I found out that there was an edition, like a collection of all the Telltale games on disc. and it's this one. I got it for like 23 bucks, brand new, and I decided that I'm gonna sell all the physical like singular game discs. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show them to you right now. These are all the physical releases of the Telltale The Walking Dead games, season 1, 2, 3, and 4, but some of them are season pass discs. Like the first 2 games are actually fully on disc. As you can see, there's no text on them that says download required or season pass disc, but the last 2 seasons, they say season pass disc on here and on here. So you only get the first episode on the disc and you have to download the rest. As you all know, I really don't like that. And the reason why I got these 2 games was because first of all, I got them quite a few years ago and I didn't know that doesitplay.org existed. And honestly, I don't even think that I thought about stuff like that much at all. I didn't really bother to actually check if the game was fully on the disc because I wasn't really thinking about, you know, servers going down in the future. But now I do, and I'm trying to get rid of all those games that are not fully on the disc and replace them with editions that actually contain the full data on the disc. Unfortunately though, for some games you don't really have any physical edition that is complete with all the data on the disc. Like Hogwarts Legacy, I had no idea that it wasn't fully on the disc because it doesn't say anything on the cover, which to me feels like a scam, to be honest. And I only found out about it like some time after I got it. Maybe I think I found out just 1 year ago actually. But yeah, I haven't played it yet. So, and it's a shame because I know that I'm gonna enjoy that game. So knowing that it's not fully on disc is genuinely sad. But yeah, I digress. I'm gonna sell these 2 games because this edition includes all of them on disc. Thank God they did this because I love Telltale's The Walking Dead. And as I said, I'm gonna sell season 2, 3, and 4. Even though season 2 is fully on disc, it's honestly just better to me to have one disc with all of the games. It also takes up less space, but I am going to keep The Walking Dead Season 1 simply because it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's a beautiful story. I love Lee and Clementine so much, and as I said, I love choice-based games, and this one was one of the first ones that I ever played. The first one I ever played, I think, was Heavy Rain, and then I played this one and I was obsessed with it, and I still replay it like periodically. And because it's one of my favorite games and I love it so much, I am going to keep like the standalone physical version, also because it's fully on disc, and because actually like these versions are different. I think that this one is a remastered, so there's like a few differences in the graphics and all, and this one is just the original. Goodbye season pass discs, you won't be missed. And also The Walking Dead Season 2, which did nothing wrong, but I have no reason to keep it. But yeah, this was my last purchase, and I'm always happy to get these fully on disc versions, especially when they're like collections and stuff. It's really cool to have an entire game series on one disc. And yeah, that's it. These are all the games I got from like March, April to July to now basically. And actually it's like all the games I got this year. I haven't bought any other games outside of these ones. So yeah, we'll see if I get any other games until like the end of the year. Because honestly, I think that I will be good for a while, you know? But yeah, that's it. Let me know if you played any of these games, if you enjoyed them, what you think about them. Let me know if you bought any games recently and what you're playing right now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!